Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear us? Can you hear me over the Bibliomancies? Woo, woo. Here we go. Showing them off. Look at that. Anyhow, thanks everybody for joining. Hello. I am joined by Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, Zane, Tarot Token Witchery, and Roman Biscotti, Tanji. So, who did the notice pop?
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
Woohoo! So, Tanji's the one who sort of created all of this craziness. How would we describe this?
Rabbit hole lunacy.
I like
Sticker
that.
mayhem.
Magical
Crafting.
awesomeness.
Crafting.
What'd you say, Zane?
What's it called?
Magical awesomeness.
Oh, that works too.
Whoa.
Crafting hysteria.
Good
That's the word
vibe.
I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, because
All of the above.
there was a conversation trying to figure out the correct spelling of Bibliomanticae. So,
right.
I'm going to ambiguous you.
I would just add
There
an
you
S
go.
on the end. Say, because I have 4 Bibliomanticas on my bed, but you could say whatever you want.
There you go. Just don't call them late for dinner, right?
Right. And then.
So, let's say hi to everybody, and everybody, please feel free. Yeah, everybody's like hi. Okay, I'm gonna put Jamie in solo. Everybody note, yeah. Jamie is all dressed up and has not shaved and has
Days. Yeah.
for days. So I know that's horrible.
Love
So okay, so Zane is here. Hello, Zane. Thanks for joining us.
This guy, I don't know who he is.
That dude, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Tarot Token Witchery is here, and if people they should be subscribed to Tarot Token Witchery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the dude just I'm going to heap some praise on you. Get ready,
Oh
Zane.
no.
Oh no,
Gird
here
your
are the cheeks.
cupcakes. Gird your cupcakes. He has actually put out a quick flip through of his new tarot deck.
Mm-hmm.
And he has promised a walkthrough to come through shortly. So, how awesome
Mine will be
is
out
this?
too.
This is
Right after his.
what?
Yep.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Would you like to say any more about this?
No, I had to wait for his to go.
You didn't have to,
Okay.
but I appreciate that.
Okay. You heard it here first, people.
And they're
Tune
beautiful
in.
cards.
They are beautiful cards.
Am I the only one who hasn't seen this deck?
See, look,
You haven't
it's
seen
in
it?
here.
I haven't seen it, Tanji.
Well, he
All right.
released the video like what, a couple hours ago, Zane?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I saw that. Yes. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
He
Gerald,
feels
calm
better
down.
now.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a total not so smart moment right there, Jamie. You said yours is coming soon, and I thought you meant your deck.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
I think that's where Gerald was at too. He was like, am I the only one who hasn't seen this?
Yeah,
Am I
no.
not? Wait a
I was
minute.
talking about your deck.
And then you said
Okay.
about beautiful cards, and I'm like, yep. And I'm like, I didn't mean to be praising myself. I was talking
I knew
about.
what she meant. I got it. Just saying.
There you go. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wow. Well, Ishi is here. Hello, Ishi. Wandering Mountain Bardic Path is here. Some dude named Tarot Stash.
This guy.
Speaking of Tarot Stash, my mustache.
Rip it off.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I feel it. Ow. It burns.
This is a good stash,
And
though. I
Tanji
gotta
is
keep
here. That Roman Biscotti.
Roman. Hey, Roman.
Susie Gemini, thank you. And Deanne is here. Hello, Deanne. Good Journeys Tarot. I don't think I remember your name. What is your name, Good Journeys Tarot? If you are willing to share it, I'm writing this down. So anyhow.
Thanks, Ishi.
I've got my. So what? What?
Oh, Ishi thinks I look good with a mustache.
Joe,
Wow.
you rock it well.
How did I time this so
Hmm.
perfectly? Well, Lori, I think you've tried life so well. You're good at it now. Boom.
Thank you, Lori,
Rosemary.
by the way.
Rosemary is Good Journeys Tarot. Hello, Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
Okay. Hi,
I didn't mean to
Rosemary.
interrupt you,
Nice to
guys.
meet you. No, this is helpful. All the stat. Oh man, I am so far behind. Okay, so Debbie is here, and hello. Oh, my chat just way jumped. Okay, sorry everybody. Julie is here. Hello, Julie. Julie's there. I probably missed somebody in between. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's Tanji's thing. So
Yeah, go ahead. Lori says
Rosemary,
she has
it's good to meet you.
a town in Ohio named Zanesville.
Nice.
Oh, yep. I've passed signs for it before when I was
I
traveling.
love that.
I think I
Lori,
have a picture
live
of
in
the sign somewhere.
capital of Columbus, Columbus, Ohio. So I know where you are. You probably know where I am. So
I thought you said you were
anyhow.
you lived in the capital of Zanesville. I would have said,
I was-
me too.
Interesting.
I live in the capital of Zanesville.
Mhm.
This is a whole new thing. Kristen Louise is here. Hello. Okay, so it's good to see people here. I appreciate seeing 14 people watching. There's a Zane Caverns in Ohio too.
That I did not know. I might have to take a trip.
Hi, Regina.
There you go.
Hey.
Everybody.
Regina is here, and Lori Tries Life said, "Wow, we're neighbors." Yes, we could do like a tarot meetup. You know, this would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Great.
Great.
Man, all this excitement. Me thinking that Jamie has created a tarot deck and kept it hidden from all of us. Because if anybody could, she could. I mean, she's probably doing this like on the side.
No, I'm creating my Kipper deck, but that's for me.
Yes.
That's the one I thought you were talking about when I
Oh.
nodded at how pretty the cards are.
Oh, I see.
Ange.
Yeah. Hi, Ange.
Hey, Ange.
Ange is here. Hello. So, I'm rather excited about this. And I have to say, we can drag Deanne over the state line for it. Well, she's not that far away. So it's just in Michigan. I mean, if it's football season. She's not allowed in Ohio right now, is she? Being a Buckeye or, anyhow, Terra meetup. Okay. So let me get focused. So, let's go around and we're going to start with Tanji. And could you tell us your definition of bibliomancy?
Sure. Okay. Basically, my definition of bibliomancy is opening any book or anything with words on it, a menu, and symbols, and blindly, close your eyes or intuitively just stop and then point and look at either that word, description, or symbol, or picture, or number, and interpreting that towards a message. And either, like, for example, just one. And even if it's nothing, I take that as a sign. If it's the border, if it's the background, look at the background. There's still, to me, it looks like tree bark. So I would take that as a sign, and then I could use it once, get a message, or use a bunch. And that's what bibliomancy is to me.
Okay. Zane, how about you? Any thoughts on that?
Well, I'd say kind of around the same lines. I would say using any collection of words for the purposes of divination. Like Tanji said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a full-on book. It could be something like a menu or a pamphlet or something like that. So I like the term collection of words.
Yeah.
And whether it be blindly opening to a page and pointing, or using dice to choose the page and the word number on that page, there's all different forms of it, but that's what I would say.
Yeah. Thank you. Jamie, what do you think?
So my definition is pretty broad. So when I was a kid, my mom gave me Norton's Anthology of Poetry, right? And it's this big, huge book, which I still have. And that was my introduction to bibliomancy. And I would open it up, and then just because it had that wispy paper, and I would just flip, 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 flip. And then when I got the zing, I would stop and then I would read. And that would be what I got for the day. I kind of used that as a kid. I mean, all the way through high school, college, the whole nine. And then it's broadened from there to be anything from whatever, like Zane said, like Tanji said, anything that captures me, whether it's a picture, whether it's words, whatever it is. If there's a question and then there's that zing, it's like, oh, okay, it's coming from here,
Well, and I think one of the wonderful things, I'm going to heap praise upon you and your mother. She encouraged you to recognize that zing and follow it.
True. That's very true.
So,
yeah.
And so I love the idea of a collection of words. And so that's how I look at it with bibliomancy. But I remember as a child getting a big dictionary and looking up a word, and then looking up a word in that definition. And I would do that for hours just out of curiosity. And I wish I had, because I remember writing some of those words down. And I wonder what story that would tell me.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So it's
very I would wonder that too.
So
and a thesaurus and a dictionary together.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. So and Deanne said Norton anthologies. And my experience with the Norton anthology was when in college I had to have a Norton anthology of English whatever, and I called them Bible pages because they were so thin, and if you put too strong a highlighter on, it went through the other page. So Kristen Louise still has her Norton anthology, so try that, Kristen Louise. Make a video about that. What do you get? Deanne, by the way, said she has no identifying football insignia, so that's okay. I live in the state of Ohio, and everybody thinks, or I live in Columbus, and everybody thinks I'm a Buckeye fan. And I'm like, I really do like a good peanut butter and chocolate sweet treat.
Nice.
So anyhow, in another life, still this one, but a while back, I used to use the Bible and took the verse as inspiration. The dictionary, yes, before that. Thanks for the memory there, Gerald. Yeah, and I think the Bible is one that, a holy book, some sort of a scripture, a holy book, an important one is one that people do this a lot with. So I had one of those 5-inch thick dictionaries. Yeah.
I have one on the floor. It's this thick, and it's from 1912.
Wow.
So I understand.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Tony.
Susie said I probably have 10 dictionaries because my partner George collects them. Wow. LOL, good ones. I love a good dictionary, especially the older dictionaries where they tell us the history and when it showed up, and
And you can smell the age on the pages.
Britannica.
Yes. Everybody likes Buckeyes. Buckeyes.
I've never heard of it until you mention it, but I'm in Canada, so it doesn't count.
Hey, yeah. So we're going to go with you last on this, Tanji. because we want you, what inspired you to create your Bibliomanticas.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start with me. No, I'm gonna go Jamie, me, Zane. And then Tanji. And we can all talk about how we got started in this. So, and I'm going to try to do something. Can I do this?
Yeah. Love it.
Can I do that? Wait a minute. I want to do this. Can I do that? Yes.
Cool. That works. So am I just answering that one question?
Yes. What's your origin story and how were you inspired?
Sure. Well, my origin story I kind of already told was with my mom, but for this iteration and this kind of rabbit hole that I went down a few months ago, I had seen Tanji a long time ago. She did a reading from a sticker book that she created, and this was a long time ago, and she gave it away. It was like a giveaway. And I saw that and I was like, huh, that's pretty damn clever. I go on, about life. And then I had this weird waking kind of dream thing. And there were all kinds of things that happened in the dream, but it was like, create your own is basically what I got from it. And so I sat down and I shot a message off to Kelly Fitzgerald and I said, hey, this is what happened. This was the dream. What do you think? She's like, oh my God, right? So we go through this whole crafting experience and she got hers done a heck of a lot faster than I did. But that's kind of how it started, was the vision dream kind of weird thing from something that I had seen with Tanji.
Cool. So, and Jamie, in her excitement, I don't know if you all have done anything with Jamie in a smaller group or other than this, but boy, let me tell you, when Jamie's excited about something, it's addictive, isn't it? I mean, it is totally it's totally addictive. And so she shared some of what she was working on, and I was like going, ooh, this is really neat. And she told me about that dictionary and how she was pulling some pages out of it. And once I started breathing again, because I'm like, you have an old dictionary. Oh my gosh, And how many dictionaries does a person need, really?
Right.
Apparently, is it
Many.
Susie said 5 because her partner?
I think she said 10, didn't she?
10?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anyhow, so I was like going, okay, now I'm interested. I'm curious. And she sent me a few pages from some books that she was using.
They look kind of like that.
Here, do that again. Yeah. Yep. And then Susie said 10. Yep. And Sheila is here. Hello, Sheila Inquisitive Tarot. And by the way, congratulations on getting your 1,000 subscribers. Nicely done. And then I became sticker obsessed. There was a sticker obsession because it took was one link. She sent me one link, and Tanji, I think you were also talking about, vinyl stickers, they're great. And
I sent you 2 links, and the next thing we know,
I probably have like 1,200 stickers in my presence. So
yay! It's still not enough.
I have 800 at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, Zane, you're up. I'm gonna put you in the center.
Okay, so I have a terrible memory, so I don't necessarily remember the exact order that everything happened in, but I'll say this. Of course, Tanji was the beginning for me as well. I saw her live doing Bibliomantica readings on her channel for people, and then Jamie told me that she was starting to make one herself, and I saw what she was doing in the process, and I was like, ooh, this is fun, and this is going to be addicting. Like Gerald said, I can already tell. I'm going to get so sucked into this. And then here we are. What is it? Maybe like a month later, maybe
Yeah.
a month later, and here we go. And then I actually joined Tanji and Regina for a live where Tanji was doing Bibliomancy readings, and then we were doing kind of like 3 people readings randomly, and we had a lot of fun with it. And that also pushed me to like keep going with what I was doing, seeing Tanji do hers, and she did one for me with a reading for me with her Charmed Book of Shadows. And because Charmed is my all-time favorite show, and I just absolutely loved it, and I was like, there's no way I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Well, and I do have to say, Deanne Deanne has done some crafting as well on her channel, but it wasn't until Jamie hooked me up with excuse me, I'll put me in. It wasn't until Jamie hooked me up with Tanji in the Bibliomanticas, that's what got me started on watching you, Tanji. So I'm putting you in the center, Tanji.
Welcome.
So tell us how you got started with the Bibliomantica and give us the origin story.
Okay, here we go. Grab a cuppa.
Hold on, kids. Hold on.
Okay. So, in 2020, May of 2020, last year, it feels like it was 20 years ago, I was asked for a second time to join Simon at the Hermit's Caves Tarothon. I did it in 2019 and shut down YouTube for a few hours. You're welcome. And then 2020, he asked me to do it again, and I was like, sure, of course. And most of you know, even though you can't see them, I am never alone. I'm surrounded by my team of angels, spirits, guides, fae, whatever. They're always around me. They're my family. So I asked them, okay, team, we got a week or 2 to go until we're doing Tarothon for a second year. Any ideas? And sometimes they just kind of, move through me and make me act out what to grab and direct me. Other times they tell me or show me. So it was just like a friend behind you going, okay, go down the stairs. Now go pick up your journal book, go into your arts and crafts, grab some stickers, grab some glue, sit down, open the book, start making stuff. We're not going to tell you why. You're just going to do it and have fun. I'm like, okay. So most of the time, I just like Alice. I just go down the rabbit hole and I don't question anything. And I'm just going through the motions, getting out my crayons, getting out my stickers. I had these 2 beautiful blue blank journals I got from the thrift store for like $1 each. And they were like, I don't know. They looked like they might have been from the 80s. They were thick,
Nice.
like this size, I guess, I don't know, 8x10. But they were thick and they had the plastic black spiraling on the spine. And as soon as I opened it up, I could see my team, my spiritual team, projected through me what I could see on the page. So then I grabbed some blank tarot cards, put some stickers on those, did some writing, did a live stream, I think later that night, and asked people on the live to give me words to go with the images. Made some decks for people that way too, put them in the book, put stickers. Like, I'm not really paying attention. I'll be watching TV or outside having a smoke or making a coffee. And I'm just, grab the cards and peeling stickers off whatever, kids sticker book or anything that is adhesive. I would just kind of blindly, not even pay attention to, I'd be watching a movie and I'd be like, flip a page, put a sticker on. Okay. And then when I was done, I looked back and I went, whoa, okay. So this is what we're making for the Tarothon. What do you want to be called? And I closed her and I heard that moment in the movie when you hear the angelic female voice say, "Hi, in Bibliomantica." And my hair went back and everything was slow motion and glitter. I went, oh, okay, cool. Well, thanks. And so I used her on the live with fun tarot and oracle decks. That was my topic. And then after I was done, I said, well, what do you want me to do now? And she's like, well, you're going to be making more and you're going to be giving them away. I'm like, okay. So I just kept doing it, and it was different. I never put in my head, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how it's going to be. It has to be open. For me, I speak for me. Everything I make is open to interpretation from the universe, the guides, the energy. And 90% of the time, I'm not paying attention to what I'm really doing. Like I do to the glue gun, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not focusing until I'm finished. And then I'll feel a tug like, okay, you should fill out page 43 more because it's missing some essential stuff. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I go on Amazon, I type in sticker books under $2, and then like all these things that I didn't know existed. Washi tape. That's how I discovered washi tape. You guys.
Yeah.
Nobody told me about that before. So, and I just went down a rabbit hole and ordered a bunch of stuff. It can get pricey if you don't have these things or access to. So, you know, $50 in, I'm like, okay, I got to stop. And then I went around my house and I used things around my house, charms, 3D things. The only thing you really need to invest in is either hot glue or an adhesive that you're comfortable with.
Right.
And then it's a life of its own. The Bibliomantica energy to me was female, and she's like, you're my vessel. Don't be scared. I'll show you where to go, what to buy, and you make it, or what to pick out and put it together. And so I made 6 of them and gave 5 away because they did have copyrighted material in them and cards and charms and all. So I just gave them away. So that was the origin story. And this one is my botany anatomy one, which kept her. I've made Book of Shadows and grimoires for people before. I've made so many, like maybe 50 books in total of different types.
Wow.
And that's the one, if you wear a headset when you're watching Tanji live, buyer beware. When she says take your earphones off, take your earphones off.
Right?
Yeah.
And so this is the one because of the Claire Goodchild's Antique Anatomy Tarot inspired me. I saw someone's walkthrough of these cards and I went, oh, I need to make a Bibliomantica like that. And then she made herself. I was just the tool, you know. I would take the tissue paper and the glue. And that's how it started with the 3D versions. And then I went into the 2D versions because I said, I can't spend that much money on stickers anymore. And my hands are killing me from the glue gun.
Yeah. I want to put something up here that Deanne said. I was like 4 weeks pregnant and had a Tanji Bibliomantica reading. I see an empty coffee cup on this page and lemons, and coffee was making me sick. I was craving lemon water.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's like, that's incredible. So.
And Gerald has that book, the Skull and Crossbones book, because there was only one in the world. And I give it to Gerald. That's the book.
And you'll see what I did with it. Because, you know, once an art, I'm going to put us all back together. Once an artist, I learned when I was in college that once an artist sells something, they no longer control it. It's no longer theirs. So, so the purchaser can do whatever they want with it. So I was talking to you about what I was doing with it, Tanji. And so anyhow, so chat, Tony loves putting washi on the edge of furniture and doors. Ooh, I'd never thought of that. Zane, did you know about that?
Say it one more time. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
I love putting washi on the edges of furniture and doors.
No, I've never heard of that, but I love that idea because you know me, I've got all my washi tape sitting right here.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. And yeah, stunning. Wow. Love that sound through.
For learning. So Ishi, what I mean is sometimes she has it on a table and she has to turn it And when she has to turn it, it makes a certain sound and she will warn you.
Oh,
Heed the warning, please.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's feet. She's got little, they're all fake. None of it's all plastic bones and glue to make, to make it look like skin. But the wand sits on the feet. And when the feet turn and scrape on the middle, I have a giant bar stool, because you need something round with that, like something you could turn. And the bar stool is perfect because I can turn it really high and have it at eye level with the computer, so it gets loud. But these kind of books, like when you're doing readings for yourself, it's like you're a wizard and you put it on the table on your magical stand. It's easy to use. When you're doing readings for other people, you got to keep in mind, because I didn't realize at the time, this sucker is 50 billion pounds.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already breathy, from my operation on my throat years ago. But it gets really heavy. But then how do you display it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's where my guides, I said, guides, just help me, please. And they said, okay, don't have a meltdown. Just go grab your bar stool. I'm like, what bar stool? Well, when you have downstairs, I'm like, oh, the drafting table bars. I didn't even think of that. Thanks, guys.
I love that. I love
so
that.
It works.
Yeah. So,
Jonathan.
Julie used washi tape on my grandkid doll houses. And Tanji drew a fish charm and actually typed in chat that I had a Pisces maybe in progress, but no one caught on.
I didn't even catch on until like a month ago when it was announced that she was pregnant. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, I want to share with people some of our processes, and there's 4 of us. Hi, Candy.
Hi, Candy.
Our processes are all different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all different people, and that, I think, is what makes this so beautiful. So if you have to, because what we're going to talk about is we're going to tell us about your process, some of the tools, the adhesives, the type of journal or anything that you used. And then if you want to show and tell anything with that, we can do that. Because I know we've got Jamie for about a half an hour. Zane, Tanji, and I can stay a little bit longer. But anyhow, Jamie, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to do
I'm
this.
going to take a quick pee break. I'll be right back, but I'm listening.
Okay.
So do you want me to do show and tell at this time too?
You know what, Jamie? Do whatever the hell you want. I just want to. Here, this is your chance to get more people to do this.
Nice.
Be Jamie. Be the ultimate Jamie.
So when I had the waking, I had this super bad migraine and I had all this medication in me. And when I had this waking kind of in and out vision dream thing, there was a certain sound that the book had to have. And it has it, which I'm very happy about. But this is my geodesic. It houses my pages. It's about that thick, and I have extra pages made for it, but she has a beginning, which will not show. There we go. So it's a little cottage path, and it's basically welcoming you in to travel through the pages, right? And then there's my clipped lavender at the end, but there are all kinds of pages in between, and there are words, there are pictures, there are things about dragons, there's all kinds of everything, and it's just a roll through and stop and point. I then went on in a Zoom group we were crafting one day, and I decided to make my own oracle deck, in which I did 100 and some odd cards just like that. And it was amazing because I was done. No, I did not design the cover. I purchased it that way. And then I had seen a journal that Gerald had by a certain company, and it's kind of neat because it's put together. I mean, you get to know the human being that actually put your journal together. So it's kind of cool, but this is there you go. This is the side view. I embellished the front. It has Swarovski crystals on it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
But I kept the card of the lady that made mine, and then I Mod Podged over it. And you'll recognize that from the chakra healing deck. I wanted to keep that. But yeah, just different things. And there's Gerald and Richie and Ben. But just anything that kind of strikes me. Those are my card pulls over here. I haven't filled this one up. This one has been slow going because I've just been doing other things. But basically, and of course I've been working on my Kipper deck, but anything that just strikes me as whatever goes down on the page. I didn't, like I said, I didn't make this cover, but this book turned out exactly as I smelled it. Leather, I'm a sniffer. Exactly as it sounds, it was supposed to sound. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's it in a nutshell, really.
Robin said, this topic having been brought up today is inspiring me. I looked up Bibliomancy, grabbed my favorite book off the shelf, and tried my hand at intuitive phrase interpretation, and surprise, off we go.
And that's
That's
how it
awesome.
happens, and it's wonderful. Yeah.
Right.
And Deanne said, oh, good idea. I have a bag of Swarovski crystals. And that is gorgeous. And
Thanks, Kristen.
Tony loves the unicorn on
Right.
the So, yes. Zane, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay, I'm putting Zane in the middle.
So,
Zane
and
in
I
the
also
spotlight.
I just want to say real quick too, if at any point someone asks me a question and I'm just like staring at the camera, not saying anything, my phone hates StreamYard for some reason, and every like maybe half hour, it'll like refresh my page. So I can't see you, but I think you can still see me. So that just happened. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
So yeah, I started working on mine, and my process was really intuitive. I would just flip to a random page in the book. I didn't do them in order. Whichever page called me to fill it, I would, and I would just start going with whatever I had in front of me that was like calling to me. I had all different kinds of cardstock and like probably 25 different colors. I had a couple different colors of masking tape, a glue stick, a bunch of washi tape, and then my Peter Pauper Press journal, which anybody who's talked to me one-on-one has heard me rave about how much I love Peter Pauper Press journals. I have probably 4 different ones right now, and I gave a couple away as gifts last Christmas, or I'd have more. So yeah, I just kind of started going through it, like I said, flipping to random pages as they called to me. And a glue stick was my main adhesive that I used throughout the process, but I did also, if I would do something and it didn't feel quite complete, I would use masking tape or washi tape to do like a border around it. And a lot of times that satisfied me and kind of quelled that voice in my head saying there's something missing. So I'm just going to flip through this a little bit and show some of my pages. Like these are all just glue sticked in. These are pages with quotes from one of my all-time favorite movies, which is Practical Magic. So I'll just read one of them off in case, because it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but there's one that says, "My darling girl, when are you going to realize that being normal is not necessarily a virtue? It rather denotes a lack of courage." and just a
Mhm.
bunch of other quotes from that movie because there's so many good quotes in that film. I have a couple pages based off of tarot cards. This is my death page.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, again, like you can see, oh, and sorry, since I just showed this one, I'll say I used a lot of stickers as well. I got sucked down the sticker rabbit hole thanks to these
Amazon.
individuals over here. Yes. So,
Yeah.
I bought a pack of, I have it sitting here to hold up. I bought a pack of, I think, 300 stickers and just started going to town. And then this is another page that's just glued. And I thought of this earlier because someone said something about getting sucked down the rabbit hole. And I have a page dedicated to the Matrix and getting sucked down the rabbit hole.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
And someone, you might have heard me mention in a recent live that when I was little, I wanted to be a ballerina when I grew up. And I found these pictures of one of my favorite singers, Harry Styles, and he's in a tutu. And I was like, this is perfect. I have to put this in my book. And so since it was like my dream as a kid, I put dream big in the middle.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love moon magic. So of course I had to have a little section dedicated to the moon. I did this one myself, and it's a page I added in with, and there went my bookmark. A page I added in with masking tape. And yeah, so one more thing I just want to show because it's one of my favorite parts of the whole book. I made two flaps for in the back that will hold different items. And in one of them, I have what I call the magic mirror, and it's actually the scrying card from my first tarot deck that I created. And I use it as kind of like a self-reflection mirror for scrying and stuff like that. And then I also have a little mini spirit board that I made with cardstock, and I slide that in the other one.
That's beautiful. Elaine said, oh, that is what I do, Zane. I write on random pages as I am drawn to them until my books and journals are full. Mine are full of random writings and poetry, doodles, and drawings.
Yeah, I love that so much. And that's pretty much exactly what I did. And I'm a little bit behind everybody else. This is my first and only Bibliomancy book so far, and it's not even completely finished yet. I still have a bunch of blank pages to fill. But I've been loving the process. There's so many pages. I've been working on it nonstop. I can't believe there's still blank pages left.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And Ishi loves it.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Susie, Deanne said, cool with the pockets.
Thank you.
Susie loves it. Conceptually, how do you distinguish these from a scrapbook, or are they essentially the same thing?
I can answer.
Go for it, Jamie.
There's a huge difference for me because scrapbooking has a totally different intent. This is for divination. Scrapbooking is just taking your memories and using different wonderful things and putting them together. And that's terrific. You could definitely use your scrapbook to use, for divination, but that would not be my intent with this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put me in the hot seat. And Kristen Louise said, let me tell you, all of these normies out there have no clue about the level of talent that exists in the tarot community. Geesh. Oh man. Well, duh. We all know. So, okay. So, do you see that, Zane? Tony's like, come on, Zane, stop slacking. You can't blame it on the new deck either.
Well, in my defense, not only did I just put out a new deck, but I also got inspired by Jamie's Oracle deck with stickers, and I've been working on that too. So does that add to my ability to make excuses?
Your street cred?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I also have done two things for the Oracle, the card type of thing. But
hi, Jackie.
Jackie's here. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
So, Susie said a person in the community told me to embrace my inner child. I might try this. Yes.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
That is perfect. So, I got this. I purchased this lovely item. And I purchased this like the second live after after Baby Biscotti, I adopted Baby Biscotti. So this is wonderful.
I have one of those too.
Yes, yes. And you can also get one. Look at the description below for details on that. Totally worth it. Not an inexpensive book, but it's art. So, and mine
Yeah,
is
the lay flat one's expensive, but the soft cover one's coming soon is cheaper.
Yeah, this freaking lays flat. And when Tanji invited me on, you know, she's a risk taker. She invited me onto her channel to do readings. You actually showed the pictures and let me do readings with them. So,
which we were amazing, by the way.
Thank you. So this is my first one, and my first one. Oh look. Oh wait a minute. Jen's here. Hey Gerald,
Hey,
Tanji, Zane,
Hi,
Queen
Henry.
Fuck, and all.
Hey, Jen.
That
So,
was directed
Jen.
at you, Tanji. I told you.
What
I had
Jen
it.
said?
Yeah.
What, honey? Which part?
My felt heart. I'm feeling my heart.
Oh, yeah.
Made by you.
Thanks, hon.
So when
Yay.
Baby Biscotti arrived, I got a lovely copy of the Skull and Crossbones Bibliomantica. I have the only one. To which I immediately was like going, oh, I want to do something with this. And I got it is a Dilutions journal from Ranger. Because they have, you know, there's like a pocket on the inside and all that stuff. And I've used them before. And so what I did is I actually started by using, I put ink on some of the back of the pages.
Love it.
And then I also did other things because so this is what Jamie was talking about. So I talked to Tanji about this because I wanted this to go in this book. It needed to go in. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up gluing it in. E6000 is a friend. I glued it in on the cover. So it's like, it's this. And I also added other pages. I don't think you've seen this. I added other pages. I added extra flip cards.
Oh, I love it.
And I added these too to it.
Love that.
So, and then I actually went through and, because this book wasn't numbered, page numbered. So I actually started numbering the pages at the beginning of this. And then I have in this is a total of 198 pages. It's probably closer to 200. Because
Nice.
I've added other things like that. I've added extra little things like that. I've added envelopes in. So the envelope actually has stuff in it too. So
I love it.
And so that's a lot of fun. And this one I did, you know, and here's I folded a page from the dictionary, Jamie.
Gorgeous.
And created extra little pouches, you know, for different things. And like Tanji, I was walking around my house going, ooh, look at that. Ooh, I can glue that down. Ooh,
Shop in your own home for free.
Yes, shop your own home. And E6000, if you don't have any, get some because it's amazing. It'll hold anything to anything. So, and so, I'll show that when I show the favorite pages. But then I also had, because I am the overachiever and the overcomplicator, I had purchased these books the Christmas before. Actually, these, because I got them from Amazon and I bought them and I loved them, but I did not use them. And I had them and I knew I needed them. And so, so these are 2 and 3, and then this big one is 4. I think my sweet spot is 2 and 3, and I'll show what that means a little bit later. But as Jamie was talking about, these you actually get a picture of a person who helped to make the book.
Oh, wow.
That's
really good
really
energy
neat
to have in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Leather Village Family on Amazon. So Leather Village. So, okay. So E6000 is a good thing. And okay, so Jamie, I'm going to put you in because you've got 10 minutes before you got to leave. And show and tell, lady.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to try and do this to where you can see it. But this is my homage to Tanji over here because they're little button stickers that you just poke at and they each say something. But my favorite pages are the old-timey looking pages that I've pulled that have old maps. And yes, I destroyed some books to do this, and I don't care because they have been repurposed to something that gives me joy. Let's see. But, you know, old time art and stuff like that. And then this is one of my favorite pages, and it's the little gal over here, and it says "Look to the ether."
Ooh.
And it's one of those things that it's kind of like Tanji's guides in a sense, where, you know, you're just always kind of looking out there, you know. And I like the reminder of that. That's really all I have for the show and tell part of my book. I mean, my sticker deck is the backs are all different kinds of flowers. So, and plants and stuff like that. And I have Mod Podged them to keep them together. They won't show up on camera very well, so that's why I'm not trying very hard. Oh, that one shows up. But yeah, if I do little draws for my friends and stuff. I did Kelly Fitzgerald on her birthday and, you know, stuff like that. It's great fun. I think the thing that I love about this is that it was created in such a positive space that it has such lovely, yummy, giving, creative energy that, now this, okay, so you know that whole expression in the tarot community about hug decks and all of that kind of stuff. I almost said a bad word and I didn't mean it that way, because there are people out there that you know, that's their jam, and I'm totally down with that. But this deck would be a hug deck, right? Because you just want a good flash of some positivity in the morning, throw down some cards, and it's not that it doesn't tell you the truth. It's just a really sweet energy. And I think it's just because of how it was created and when. Sure. So that's my show and tell.
That's cool. And how many are in your Oracle deck there?
There's 100 so far.
Okay.
So far.
And Gerald has a sticker deck that I sent you too, that I made. The Nightmare Before Christmas deck stickers.
Yeah, because I asked Tanji, how she sealed her cards, because I had seen kind of like a flash of those, and so I wanted to know.
Yeah, my Oracle dollar store material Oracle decks that I made. Yeah, I just put clear packing tape on it and cut around it like a homemade laminate.
Okay, Jamie, will you settle this? She wants to know, which deck is Jamie releasing, or do we have to wait for hints? I think I can't wait. I think I can wait.
Yeah, I'm working on a Kipper deck, but I don't know that I'm going to release it for anybody but a couple of people that actually use Kipper. But as far as a sticker deck or something like that, no.
Well, and the challenge with the sticker deck is the stickers themselves may be copyrighted images.
Correct.
So you can't duplicate them and sell them.
Correct.
But if you have, what is it called, a Cricut, or the one where you make your own stickers, you just use your own images? I don't have that. It's something I should have, but maybe Santa will bring it to me this year.
There you go.
But that would be great.
Since you're going to be leaving, do you have any advice for people who want to do this? Like what went well, what didn't go well, and I'm going to put you back in the hot seat.
Yeah, I would say don't be precious about it. Don't be overcritical. Don't overthink it. Just even if it's just, and I say just, but I mean it in the right way, if it's just a black and white composition book and you start slapping stuff in it, just be in the moment. Don't think too hard about it and let all of that good stuff that comes in, and let your hands just be guided to just do it. It's like Zane goes to whatever page. For me, I never went page by page. I just created pages, right? And then I stuck them all together. But don't be precious about it. Use whatever you have, those little bits and bobs that you get from deck creators and stuff. And you're like, what do I do with this? Slap it on the page,
Keep everything.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's my best advice. Don't be precious about it. Just do it, because it's amazing when you're done. You look at it and you go, holy crap.
Right?
Where did this come from? How did that happen? And it's amazing, because even something that maybe in the moment you're thinking, oh, this is going to turn out like crap. You go and you look at it and you go, oh, nifty. So yeah, just don't be precious about it. Just play. Just go and do and have fun. Yeah, Kristen, just get out of your head and just grab your stuff and start throwing it down. You will be amazed.
Yep. Yeah, you'll be amazed at how what looks like you did something wrong actually turns out to be the best thing possible for that page.
The happy little mistakes are what created my Botanemy one. If you think too hard about it, it's going to be, if you just go with the flow and let yourself be a channel, a vessel from your higher self or your guides.
And Ishi has a good point. Yeah. So sorry, Tanji, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Ishi has a good point. Layering. Layer the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And so you use
take your time.
You used Mod Podge?
So I used Mod Podge and Tombow adhesive and a glue stick.
Yeah.
It really depends on what it is that I'm putting down on the page. Oh, and I used washi tape, but I found in the journal that I chose, the Leather Village journal, the washi tape and the paper there doesn't play well. So that's why I ended up doing Mod Podge over these. And I actually like them with the Mod Podge. So yeah. Just have fun, play with it.
Excellent. Anything else you want to add in the 2 minutes that we have you?
No, but this has been delightful, and it's nice to see everybody throwing in their ideas and the willingness to play, because that's the whole thing. It's like that inner child thing, or it could just be, for me, it'll just sound hokey, just that drawing in of the good stuff, the good juju, the whatever, and letting it flow out on a piece of paper. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And Kristen Louise said, I might create a spell and name it Don't Be Precious About It spell.
Do it.
Perfect.
Well, and I would say, don't be precious about creating the spell. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Have a good time with it. That's the thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah.
All right. Tanji, I'm going to put you in the center.
Okay. And Jamie's going? Are you leaving, Jamie?
I'm going to listen to you for a couple of minutes, and then, yes, I'm going to go.
Okay.
Okay. What was the question?
Tell us your process. Tools, adhesives, journal, etc.
Okay. So I'm my guides are like, you need to go downstairs. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take you on a journey. So what I'm going to do first is show you. First thing, like I get jonesing to do, I need to create something. And then I look around. So you can get little sketchbooks, whether it has rings or not. Don't worry about it, because you can always fix it with tissue paper or newspaper. Mm-hmm. It doesn't cost you anything unless you don't have glue. You do want at least glue and some kind of like marker or crayons. And a safe flat workspace. Right. So you grab something like this. I love the I don't know, it's like a linen paper. And it smells like forest. So you
Paper
get something like
sniffer.
that.
Paper.
And so you get something like that. Or I also, because I've made a lot of book of shadows and grimoires for people, grab whatever book you want. And the more space you have, the better, because there is a process. Specifically, I had to explain to people when they're making the book of shadows that I made a few years ago. What I would do is I would take a big, like a $4 sketchbook. That's what this is. Or a larger one from an art store. And then you want to either go in the middle and safely gut out a chunk of pages from the center or the back of the book. This is what I did in this one. I took a chunk. There were so many more pages. I took about that much out because I knew it was going to grow quadruple in size. So that is important if you're going to make a large, like a 3D Bibliomantica as opposed to a flat journal, because you think you're gonna be, I'll just use this and this. Halfway through the book, things will come into your life, or you'll be at a dollar store and out of the blue, a giant bag of craft moss for $1. When you're working on these books, items throw themselves at you.
Right.
So, I'm looking around my room and I'm like, oh my God, how many times have I changed this room because I grabbed items, to decorate with and put in my books. So you're going to want to gut a lot of that. And then I'm going to take it downstairs. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, everybody. Bye,
Love
Jamie.
you,
So much love.
I'm going to put us like this so that it's not too big, Tanji. And then I'll put you back in.
Okay.
So yeah. Ooh, we're sneaking down. Wow.
Okay. I mean, this is me. I speak for me. Okay. I love having things to use for multi-purpose things. Some people, they want to buy a crystal and leave it on the shelf, and that's the crystal for the shelf for life. Me, I'm going to put crystal to use and use it in wands, or I'm going to grab jewelry and, make it a charm and put it in a book. I'm going to use what I have for anything other than what it was originally made for. So you look around your house, see all these little Wade figurines. Sorry, it's dark. My son's sleeping.
Ooh, you got all mood lighting there. It's mood lighting.
I know. Welcome.
Right in front of the psychic. Love it.
I use Wade figurines for the covers. You're not gonna realize the potential of what you can use and what you're gonna use for these books.
Yeah.
So this is what I call my own little thrift store area.
Nice.
This is where I keep. Please keep the inserts, and you have saran wrap, and you get the tubes. You can use toilet paper rolls, clear plastic, laminate, MacTac, or sticky tape. These are great. Sticky. We call it MacTac in Canada. Contact paper, you guys call it. $1.25 at my local dollar store. Ribbons and things. Any costumes or stuff you find at the thrift stores that it doesn't have to fit you. It could be a child size. Cut the stuff up. They come with little tassels. They come with ribbons. They come with bubbles. That's how I found stuff first, and then I realized I had stuff to make a baby biscotti. So you don't want to preconceive. I really can't stress enough how important it is to have an open mind, and you can have a biscotti. You can have some kind of concept, write it down, but you're going to totally end up making something completely different if you keep an open mind. So then over time, you collect craft moss, twine, little goofy stuff from thrift stores for like $0.25.
Yeah.
But I get it because I couldn't find a flat mailbox thing if I looked for it, but it's attached to a little toy. So I'll take that off one day when I want to use that for something. Sponges. What do you call those? accoutrements, like things that come with
Yeah.
packaging.
Tchotchkes. Yeah. Packaging.
And I mean, I've got my Toraline Gothic Tree of Halloween Terror set up. Half of this, if not all of this stuff, is going to be recycled into projects, books.
Nice.
You've got feathers, Amazon, thrift stores, dollar store stuff, nature, all kinds of things from nature. I had a pine cone for years before I realized, oh my God, I can totally, cut it in half and glue that into the book, or take a piece of it, look around, buttons. Oh, the buttons. And then clay. And this is what I do. This is how I actually start. I go in, I feel like Mr. Jessup. It's like a tickle trunk of stationery. And I just touch everything. So my stationery, some cards, envelopes. I take it all apart, tissue paper, newspaper. I kept this from a costume. I'm going to cut her out and put her in a book. That didn't sound. I'm going to cut her out and put her in a book, Clarice.
She wants to know if she can live in this wonderful house of awesomeness.
Absolutely. Paint sample things. Look at, there's words on here. Right? Colors and words. All these books I got from this is Amazon, but I get stuff free from friends or thrift stores, and I cut them up. Save your little, you know how you buy things and then you get like nylons and they send you cardboard in it? Save that. And then I go through the cardstock and then it calls to me. Like I look at this and it's screaming, Oracle card. And then I'll look at this and it'll say, you're going to put that as a backdrop and then put mermaid stickers on me or whatever. And then,
she said
don't
mermaid,
be afraid to get messy.
She said mermaid, Zane.
Oh, I heard. Don't worry.
Okay. And then the fabric, don't be afraid to contradict yourself. So I specifically bought some fabric at the dollar store. It was like a bath mat or something to make a yip yip puppet. And the universe is like, you're not going to do that. You're going to use it as grass for your wormy. And so I used that. And then when I'm done with that little diorama, I'm going to cut that up and make something else from it. So my point is, you got to have an open mind and look at everything like it's new, even if you've had it forever. Right. And don't be afraid. If you're somebody who doesn't like to cut up books and things and go nuts, then keep it like a journal book. Right. But if you're someone who wants to adventure and make, because I didn't know I could make all this stuff until I did it.
Right.
Right. That's my sump pump. Making noises. Magnets. Magnets are great. There's books you can get at. It was a clearance book at a grocery store for $2 about skeletons. You can glue magnets using the stickers. Coasters. Peel off the coaster. You're going up into the creepy area.
Yeah.
Candles. You can melt them. I'm trying to think of other stuff.
You just have lots of fun, don't you?
I just went around the whole house. The guys are like, you got to show them what you did. Pardon my breathy. I went around the whole house like multiple times. And after I made a bunch of books, I ended up organizing my house like 4 times.
Nice.
So,
there you go.
You end up doing a spring cleaning and finding things you forgot you had or didn't know. Little embellishments on shoes. You're not wearing grandma's old shoes. Rip off the little rose on it or whatever.
Wow.
Tassels. Yeah. Sorry about that. That was a workout.
Wow.
But because this is not just, I'm talking about if you want to make something like that. This is not a simple thing. It's not going to take you 20 minutes, something you can do on a rainy day. This is something that's going to, it doesn't have to take more than a few weeks. because I tea stained every page and I crinkled them.
Wow.
And I dried them. In the process of the drying or the painting the page, that's where it takes a long time.
Yeah.
But once you start to decorate your book or fill your pages, it becomes a magical. I was just so happy to be lost in this magical wormhole of creativity because you're channeling. I will watch people's lives. You'll see me often listening whilst doing stuff,
Right.
and I'll just, watch the live or listen. And the next thing I know, I've created something because I wasn't focused on it. So I am repeating myself, but the guides are like, there's people out there that need to know they can do it.
Yes.
Like this was $1.25, right? At the dollar store. So you can buy stuff or use stuff and cut them and glue them in your book. Don't be afraid to try to make something with zero expectation. And you will be pleasantly surprised.
Wow.
I think I'm done. Thank you for letting me soapbox.
Well, I think, I can honestly say that people enjoyed that. Wouldn't you say that? I'm putting you in the center, Tanji.
That was fun. I'm okay. It's just, I'm breathy from my thing.
Well, I know.
I'm like,
you work.
Gerald, I am your guest. Smoking a coffee and I'll be fine.
Well, see, and that's the beauty of it because we all did go through a different process.
Yes, Robin.
So,
Right? And that's the thing. There's no one way to do it.
Right.
There's a gajillion different ways to create this divination book or journal or scrapbook, or you can use your own tarot journal and throw some oracle cards, tarot cards, Scrabble tiles, cut up magazines, flyers, whatever you want.
Right.
Use something you already have and add to it.
Yeah. And Zane, it sort of happened for you that you started it, you did a couple of pages, and then other things would show up, and then other things would show up, and it just sort of, the universe really gifted you.
Yeah, it just kind of unfolded as I went. And it's funny that Tanji mentioned, starting with a tarot journal, because I added some more words to this, but as you can see in the middle, wrong way, sorry, this was a tarot journal of mine that I had kind of over time stopped using, but you can see there's still, I left the pages in that have like tarot spreads in that I recorded. So this started as a tarot journal and then morphed into a bibliomancy book.
That's beautiful.
Love it.
That's beautiful. So do people in chat want to see some of our favorite pages?
Sorry, I kind of already started talking about mine when I was up before. My bad.
It's all good. I just, I just want to. We're at an hour and 13 minutes, and I'm enjoying this, but I want to be respectful because.
I'm here for as long as you want me.
So, yeah. Everybody's like, yes. Tony's like, "Durr." Yes, of course, yes. Okay, I'm gonna put me there. And so one of the things that I wanted to share about this is this one, I did put Mod Podge on it, and I am not a patient person. And had I been smarter, I would have Mod Podged, and I would have let it dry completely before trying to do other pages, because you might be able to hear.
Yeah, but that's part of the awesomeness is the crinkling.
Yeah.
It's like you're snapping the book bones.
And, okay, so I actually did write down a few of my, so page 111. This is one of my favorite pages because Jamie sent me this, and I actually found this, and it's like home is where the Wi-Fi connects automatically. And I just love the dichotomy that it's so different. And Zane, I thought about you as I added this. This is a recent addition.
I love it so much. I have a page I'll be showing that connects to that.
No little mushrooms. Renee is here. Hello, Renee.
Hey, Renee.
Glad to have you
Hey,
here.
Renee.
And I even did, because I have some tuck boxes, I actually have tuck boxes in here.
Nice.
And you can see that I also added a lot of, for those of you who haven't followed Duck Box Rage, you need to. You know, you might want to know who Gar was and what I did with all of those fortunes. All of the fortunes are in here.
Love that.
A bunch of them. And oops. And here's an example of, this is a 2-page spread where I actually here, right here, I had painted, and then I actually put wax paper in between, and the wax paper didn't actually seal correctly. So what I did is when I tried to open it, these things popped up, and I thought, well, screw it. I'll just put a fortune on there and adhese it, you know, and then there's a fortune underneath there.
I love how that turned out.
Right?
So yeah, it turned out pretty well. And then, you know, and then there's a
Checkbox page.
it's my,
Yes.
you know, and you know, here's this one, and oh, look what's on the back, Zane. Good vibes.
Nice.
So because I love the idea is because when I'm going to be because when I'm going to be using this, I'm really not going to pay that much attention to, I'm not going to worry about reading the entire page. I'm going to be reading what I'm drawn to.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I love this one. It just says, just go away. And at the, you know, I got that one. It says, fuck you.
I love it.
I actually have that sticker somewhere in my book as well.
I love it. I love it. And so, and I think this is one, when I was doing this, I had a limited number of stickers. So I was really trying to use, and then when I got more stickers and I had already Mod Podged, I couldn't put some of the stickers on top of the Mod Podge. So but I'm happy about it. And so if I want people to, if people want me to read out of this, I'm asking them to pick like a page between 1 and 200, because that's that size. So
Nice.
So that's that. And Zane, you want to show yours, or you want me to show another one?
I'm down to go. I only have a couple left since I showed some earlier.
Okay, let's do that, Zane. Go for it.
All right. So one of my favorites is actually, I call it my gratitude page. And it's the first pocket that I made. And I actually used black masking tape over some cardstock to make this pocket. And Tanji mentioned magnets earlier. This is actually a magnet that came with Malamir Logan's Chakra Healing Tarot.
Oh, nice.
And I thought it fit perfectly with the purple and just the whole feel of the page. And then also from Malamir's deck, there was an extra little card included that says, thank you. And I thought, what could be more perfect for a page dedicated to gratitude? So that just slides down in there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And yeah, so that's one of my favorites. And then, like I said, Gerald, your mushroom coincides. I have a whole little 2-page spread.
Oh, yeah.
Filled with mushrooms, just because I've always seen mushrooms as a very magical life form. So I've just always felt a connection to them magically. So they're pretty much, they make an appearance in almost everything I do when it comes to magical anything.
Uh-huh.
One I just marked.
Because you're a fun guy.
Oh, I love it. I might steal that in the future. So I marked this one. As you were talking, Gerald, the pages are nowhere near done yet. You'll see what I mean. But I had to show this one just because I made a good vibes and a bad vibes page.
God.
And then this part, this is a whole section that's a favorite of mine. So I actually printed out some pages from one of my all-time favorite books, which is The Once and Future Witches. You'll hear Jillian, myself talk about it all the time. And I actually printed out like some pages that I really connected to throughout the book, and there's a couple of them in here. So that's,
Nice.
like we were saying earlier, you can use an actual book and use that for bibliomancy. Just open to a page and read the sentence or the paragraph that you point to. So I wanted to throw some in here for that type of bibliomancy as well, rather than just a lot of images with words over top of them. And then this is the last page or set of pages I'm going to show. I'll just show the one. This one is actually the tower card from my new deck that just came out today. And so, like I said, I have a couple pages dedicated to tarot cards. This is the tower page. And it has a quote from American Horror Story, the Coven season. It says, "Don't make me drop a house on you."
Love that.
And then just a couple keywords that I associate with the tower card, like start fresh, upheaval, lightning, let it burn, chaos.
Yeah.
So
Jackie,
yeah, those
put
are
your
a few of my
channel up there
favorites.
so everybody can go to your channel, Zane. And
Oh,
get
thank you so
caught
much,
up
Jackie.
on your deck. And Jen said, Zane, you should do a whole book of your sigils.
Oh, well, since Jen mentioned that, let's see if just quickly, if I can't, I do have some of my sigils dispersed throughout the book. Bless you.
Bless you.
So that is something I incorporated, and I might do that, Jen. I might just make a book dedicated to sigils and use that as a scrying tool, or a divination tool, I mean. Thanks for the idea. So yeah, I have a bunch
There
of my
you go.
sigils dispersed throughout.
Elaine said, Zane, I have 2 mushroom circles in my garden, appeared virtually overnight.
Oh, the Fae has some messages for you.
Yes, they do.
I actually have this mushroom always sits on my desk. It's a handmade wooden mushroom
I love
that I got from a local witchy shop, and it just always sits on my desk because it has such good energy to it, such good earth energy.
Diane Wood Thrush Cottage wants to know, Zane, and hi everyone. Quick question about the once and future witches pages. Did you cut the pages out of the book or just photocopy them?
I would never destroy a copy of that specific book, so I actually also have a digital copy, and I just screenshotted them and then printed them out on my home printer. And since this is a book I'm only using for myself, that's the only reason I did that. If this was to give to somebody else, or if I was thinking of like turning this into like a small business or something, which I'm not going to, but if I was, I would never use something like that, obviously, because it's copyrighted material.
Yeah. Jen says your sigils are awesome, Zane.
Thank you so much.
Regina said, Zane, we should collab and you design a sigil and I'll make it in wire.
Ooh, Regina, I love that idea and I'm totally down for it. We should talk about that for sure. Oh, I can't even talk. Sorry, for sure.
You heard it here first, people. That's awesome. Tanji, would you like to show some of your favorite pages or do you want me to show some more?
You can show whatever you want, darling. Because I'm gonna show from my Bibliomantica 3D version and the 2D version. So go ahead and show what you want.
Okay.
Because I think you have a same couple pages that I like.
Maybe. So these are the books that that I mentioned that I got earlier. I got last year for myself for Yule, and I really like them. And on these 2, I did bling up the cover.
Nice.
And the backs. And so this is the second one that I did, and one of the things that I really I liked about this one is this is when I was working on this one, it's when I really started to trust my process, and I, like Zane, didn't do them in order. I had more stickers, and so I just started to I just would open up the book and stick some stickers down, and then I created and then I would actually try to group some stickers together to make like a little story, like this one here. I don't know if you can see it, but we see this.
Love it. Yeah.
We see that, and it's like, don't give up. So
Love
it's
that.
it's just when it's sometimes when those the pairings are they're just so they're like beautiful, and it's like taking two stickers that don't seem to go together. Excuse me, this one here. I'm like, what the heck am I going to do with a sports sticker, really?
Right?
So
But
I'm
it
putting them together
works.
and making and creating a new message. So
trust the process. Don't ever doubt, because if
yeah,
you just go with it, you'll be like, wow, that makes sense.
yeah, and I love stacking.
Yeah.
And you need a pair of scissors to be able to cut. So I just love the idea of Jesus,
Okay.
with the skateboard and sunglasses,
Love
and
it.
and doing that. So, and then some things are just actually perfect on their own. I need space.
Right? I
So,
love it.
and thank you. I'm trying to go. Oh, and I like sometimes the stickers work just nicely together to create that message, as I said.
I
And it's
love
like,
that page.
yeah, and what's great is the um, it says you will have a close encounter of a surprising kind.
Ooh,
I love that.
nice.
And I have to say, when I was picking out these fortunes, I was just gluing stuff down. I wasn't paying attention. So this just happened. So it's one of those things. It's like, oh my gosh, that's great. Trying to be
It's wild how
and
your intuition takes over sometimes when you're working on these.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just zone out.
and I like this one because it's the fun of it. It's like it's actually a girl that is the baby Darth Vader.
Love that.
It's Princess. So what about using snippets of tarot cards that come from decks with missing cards and you can't use them for readings? Absolutely. I think that's amazing. Okay, and this is one where it's just a whole lot of fun for me. Okay, and again, I can do this either way, like Tanji does, with the magic wand, or but I also did stuff like this. This is it's an ood day to be happy. For those of you who watch Doctor Who, you might get that. And it just is silly like that. I'm trying to find that one page, Zane, the one that that drove me up a freaking wall. Oh, here's the bacon one. In the top, it says in bacon we trust, and then at the bottom there's a pig.
Oh. So if in bacon we trust, what's the pig's mantra? What does the pigs believe?
Well, the
in truffles. Truffles we trust.
Yeah. In truffles we and the fortune is cooking is easy, good taste is hard. That's why you take that's why you call takeout. And okay, so I have a Zane image here, and this image this reminds me of Zane.
Wow. Oh, look at that click.
So
I hear Macklemore's music playing.
Oh, I love him.
And I do things like this. It's there's cats at the bottom, and then it's like dogs are greater than people. Just because they're silly.
Love
and sometimes and yeah, I what would be really helpful for me was to actually have a large surface to spread all the all the stickers out on.
It's important.
So, and I'm trying to find that one, Zane. I can't. Okay, so. And sometimes when you order stickers, Zane and Tanji, sometimes you get multiple stickers, the same sticker.
Sure do.
And sometimes they drive me crazy. This is a funny page. This is for adults. I call this my love page because what does the two people in the A look like they're doing?
I didn't even see it at first.
I didn't either, but then there's the dog butt. So I thought, oh, I have to do that.
Dog butt and cat butt are so important, though.
Dog butt and cat. And then I did things like this to where this was a separate sticker and I just connected them. They sort of connected by themselves. So choose kindness. It's like, okay, there we go. And
yeah, I like to let the book dictate to me what it wants and where it goes. I just kind of zone out and
there's the Zane one.
That's the card.
This is the card. Yeah, that Tanji says looks like you, Zane.
I'll take it.
Right?
Oh yeah.
You got to get those. What are those called? Those something
sleeves.
Hardy sleeves. Not Tom Hardy.
Ed Hardy.
Ed, thank you. Ed Hardy sleeves.
You know.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Stacking them is just fun. So, okay, and then this last one is just really. I mean, it's just got. I still, and this is the one that's sort of being the catch-all because there's just so many stickers, and you know, and sometimes it's fun like this. Still strong, and you got coffee cups.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can interpret that in like 12 different ways. That's what I love about layering things together.
Oh, look at that.
I love it so much.
Oh,
And
love Roman.
I'm trying to find the one page, Zane. Oh, I like this one too. This is fun. And this is Nevertheless She Persisted. So that's a combination of 3 stickers from 3 different sets.
I love that light bulb. I never got the light bulb one. I didn't get that one.
That's in this pack, I believe, because I think I have one. It's they call it Gothic stickers, but they're really just like black and white stickers.
I got there's like 20 of them. So I picked like A and G, right? And then I'm like, I really don't want to spend $5,000 on stickers, right? I gotta reel it in because it's tempting. Wow.
And then the Be Happy. It's just like, holy crap. So I'm trying to find that.
I'm happy.
Yeah, be happy. But anyhow, there's one set. It's like it's good vibes. The good vibes only. I think I got maybe 700 versions of good vibes only. So I was like going, oh my gosh. So, and but anyhow, so
what's that saying? I love that saying. I will not buy a $25 tarot deck, but I will spend $150 on crafting supplies to make my own.
Yes.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Right? Because you're just when you go down the Amazon or Etsy, whatever craft supplies sticker rabbit hole, you can't stop at one. You can't. You can't buy one pack of stickers.
Yeah. One pack of stickers.
You can't.
That is so funny. What's that? One pack of stickers.
No, right?
Sheesh.
It's like that. What is it? The dragon and the Hobbit. Instead of gold coins, it's a mountain of stickers and decals.
I love that. Hey, the world needs you.
Aww. Love that.
Needs you, the world does.
Yeah.
Right? Good
nice.
You are, Zane.
Yes. All right. Tanji, you're up.
Thank you. So my Bibliomantica Botanomy book, which, many times I thought she's done. No, she wasn't done. She just kept going on and on and on until she said, I'm full. You can stop. So I was like, yeah. So I would just, in the meantime, make a bunch of stuff. So I would make my own cards and cover them in parchment or wax paper and do funky things to them because I didn't have vellum. So I couldn't afford certain stickers or washi tape, I would make my own. Where's that? Where's that? This right where my thumb is. I cut out the shape of a card with the cardstock that I had, and then I do cut up some of my tarot books that come with the deck. I use the deck. I don't need the book, so I would cut up the book and get the images in a smaller version and put them on that. Use stickers, use washi tape. So my favorite pages, there's two. Of course, the Cosmic Fish sticker on top of a National Geographic cutout page.
Lovely.
Those vellum stickers. I didn't even know those existed until I went down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
And then Dixit cards and, magazines and stickers. And I even bought the tarot stickers and put them on a card to make it
nice.
its own. I love those. They don't give you enough, though. They only give you like 56 or something. I need like 400.
I have this saved to my wish list.
Right?
You have it saved to your wish list?
Yeah.
And then this is my favorite in here. I have this necklace, so I made it into a bookmark. But where is it? This 3D page of the tarot sun card sticker that I put on a old playing card. I put black marker on an old bicycle card, then put the sticker on top, then put the peacock feather, some lace, some feathers, ribbon, plastic flowers, thrift stores. I mean, it's very cheap for me to get the supplies for stuff. And the irony is that the Amazon stickers where it cost me the most. And you can get them for $8. They don't cost a lot.
Yeah.
You don't have to have 7,000 of them, but I wanted 7,000 of them. Yeah. So rip up books and pages of things that I wasn't using or wanted to use specifically for this and use that as a backdrop and a layer. And then in my 2D, I'll tell you, once I did the 2D version, I kind of, because I made so many of the 3D, I was like, I'm not going back.
Right.
Unless somebody pays me a lot of money, I am not doing the 3D versions anymore. Not going to say ever, but, for a while. So in the Medusa's Hoard Bibliomantica, my favorite page is this one. Hi, my name is Carl. I'll be your devil for tonight. Can I interest you folks to come inside for a good time? We have a special tonight on Cobb salad. I don't know, Charlie. It looks kind of suspicious. Come on, Martha. You know you'll love a good Cobb salad. Now, there's two meanings to Cobb. C-O-B is close of business. And I used to go to so many places just before they closed, and they would have their Cobb menu. They're closing down for the day, and they want to get rid of all their stuff for really cheap. So that is inferred in that. But also, I added a B to make it the Cobb salad, which is like a meal for 7 people for me. You ever see those Cobb salads with the 6 lines of? I'm like, that'll feed me for 3 days. So I love that page. And
Hi,
then
Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. How you doing, Boop? And then in the one I have for sale, the 25-page version of Medusa's Hoard lay flat. I love this. So you got crowds, a guy in the back, sale, arrow, number 23 on a coffin. And everybody's like, oh my God, there's a sale. Everybody's running, but this guy is like taking his time, and he's like me. I'm just going to wait until, 6 months from now when the thing is available on all platforms and it's a lot cheaper. But if I miss out, I miss out. And then Sanctum Incarnatum, which the back of it is the picture of my botany book. I showed you the 3D. This is my favorite page ever. I laughed so hard while I was creating this, clicking on my computer and just peed myself laughing. I'm easy to entertain, but it just, when I saw that I got the copyright digital download, copyright free images of public domain images. I got in a package on Etsy for a few bucks. And when I downloaded that and looked at it, when it was just the background, I laughed so hard because to me, the skeleton leaning up, broken finger, yelling into the thing, this is what I saw. I saw
I love
in my
that.
mind's eye a guy dropping off a delivery, and he's going, wait, hello, wait, what? But in your version, you have the bonus that I've stuff that I added after, because this is like the master copy, which I love even more because that's me sitting there ordering stuff online. You can embiggen you. So if you want, this I relate to. I relate to this so much, right? You order stuff on Amazon or you're ordering something and it's never exactly what you want. And he's got like 12 coffee cups all around him. And he's addicted to caffeine. And he's like, you didn't get my order right. Hello. And he's wasting away, but that's his thing. And there's like so many ways to interpret it. But I was just laughing so hard when I saw
I love that.
That's me sitting in bed. So there's that. And then I don't know if this counts, but my favorite, I guess, page cover is the front part is the crystal.
Yeah.
That's a real crystal that I won a couple of years ago through Instagram and put craft moss. But the back is my favorite, I guess, favorite page or favorite thing to look at about the Bibliomantica. Because the feet hold.
Oh, I love that. The feet hold her up.
Hold the book up and hold the wand I made specifically for the book to make it look like earth and moss with the amethyst point. It sits there and the little feet, this one moves up. So it holds it.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
I love it so much.
I didn't think of it as I was doing it. She told me what to do. And then the little buddy skeleton, Buddy is his name, with the fake mushrooms, moss, salamander, butterfly, guarding. So what I did was I took a chunk out of the back, and to fill the space so it wouldn't cave in, I put a piece of dowling, a little wood, or a spoon with a wooden handle, and it was sticking out, so I covered it with the skeleton and then wrapped the bookmarks around his neck and draped them through the pages. And I used broken, wasn't broken. It was when I got through with it. This gorgeous Knights Templar type of necklace that I got for $1 at a thrift shop. Oops.
Oh,
nice.
wow.
I love this. And I just attached to the neck part and then made my own. Like, I didn't realize all this stuff I could make and do until I was doing it. I didn't think about it.
Right.
I just thought, oh, I need bookmarks. Okay. So I would just look around stuff and glue stuff. Hi, Jackie. How you doing?
I like that.
And then one of my more difficult, what would be a difficult page? Getting stuff to stick. Like, I used a lot of glue sticks. I did not want to use Mod Podge in this one because I did in the others. And I knew I had already spent $25 on a big Mod Podge and it would take me 4 to do this book. And I was like, nope, I'm going to leave it. Even if I had the money or if someone threw free Mod Podge at me, I wouldn't do this one because of the crinkly,
the sound, the
tea stained, and I already pre-crinkled them. Let's see. There's no pages that I don't like, but there was a couple of difficult ones. Oh, the material, that's what it was, of the Dixit cards with the hot glue would not stay. So you hot glue it and then it would dry and then just kind of pop off.
Really?
So I would Mod Podge that section or the page with the brush. Then I would glue it on. Then I would put washi tape on the corners And then later on, after a few days, if I saw it was stuck in the back, but the side started to peel, I would put kids' Elmer's glue, craft glue, and I would press it and let it dry. So it took a few. That's where it takes longer. Is the drying? It's not necessarily the crafting. It takes no time at all. It's the drying, the waiting time, the little details to get it refined. But I would say go with that process. Don't ever rush it.
Yeah.
You can't really have a deadline with these big ones. I'm talking about the big ones, not the basics. But start off small, because I started off small and worked my way up to that. Yeah.
I love that. I love that idea, Zane, where she might think we would start off small. Really?
Who does that?
I mean,
but you do have experience with journals and things like that. I'm talking about if somebody's never made a tarot journal or a book of shadows or, and they want to make a Bibliomantica, don't be intimidated. Go for it. But start small.
It's a process.
And then you can get bigger as you go.
Yeah, learn as you go.
I got it. Do you have more, dear? Sorry.
I think I'm done. Although, me, I'll go squirrel and forget. And
I want to show something that I did is I created a page that I put other stars on, and the stars have numbers. And so if I were to read this for someone, and I would have them pick a number, pick a color, and then I would actually go to that page to read for them. Nice. So this is the launch page. So it's like you get a bonus spin.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Plinko. Big money, big money.
Yeah, big money, big money, big money, big money. So
the wheel.
Big bucks, no whammies.
Yeah.
Right?
Start off small, like the idea of travel bibliomancy books, pocket bibliomancy. And if you didn't enjoy art school, now is the time to teach yourself the freedom. Well, and I think it's one of those things, I think all three of us probably experienced it, is we didn't know what shouldn't work or what should work. So it's just like, well, let's see what else we could put on.
Right? So there's this famous scene. Is it The Devil Wears Prada or Ugly Betty? That stuck with me forever when they layered the clothing, and Stanley Tucci says to her, the last thing you put on, take off. And then you have your outfit. So I remembered that with the book. So I just kept piling and throwing stuff in until I looked at it and went, okay, it's a little too much. And then I would just take like the last thing off of each page. And it worked.
Yeah.
Because only when you get to that point of, oh my God, I think I've gone too far. That's when you've gone too far. That's when you know you've gone too far. So that's your cue to, oh, okay, take the last thing. I mean, you can't really go too far, but sometimes you can, depending. I glued like too many 3D charms on one page and it ripped.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay. So I spread them out. But if you put a little piece of felt on the back of them, then it won't rip the page because it's on a flat surface.
Right.
And I learned these little tips and tricks after I finished the book. And I was like,
right.
I did 6 prior. I could have used that information a long time ago, guys.
But I do think it's just like with reading tarot or doing any type of divination work, you get your own voice. And as you create them, and Zane, when you create your second and third ones, because I'm pretty sure you will.
Oh, what's going to happen?
Because
it's addicting.
This is somebody who is very interested in finding the right sticker, right? Correct, Zane?
I am 100%.
Yeah.
I took this bag of 300 and I've got smaller bags where I've sorted them to things that go together and then things that don't.
Make your own too, eh? Take tracing paper. And I traced it off a sign that I like that I got from the dollar store, and I put the tracing paper sign in the book.
Nice.
And those are the stickers I like, with
Yeah.
the divinatory ones. And then this is just a Halloween decoration that I took apart.
Yeah.
So easy to.
I
I mean,
think
you
it's
don't
great.
realize all the stuff and tools and items you have until you go through every single corner of your space. Bathroom, kitchen,
Yep.
everything. Because wax
yeah.
paper, parchment paper. You know that lining, paper lining you put in the drawer that you're like 10 years later and like, why do I still have floral lined paper in my sock drawer? Well, take some out and cut shapes and use that.
And that's another thing is don't be afraid to layer or group, create new images from the cards that from the stickers that you have.
Right.
And I think I probably have 5 or 6, maybe 8 different types of sets of stickers, and they're the vinyl stickers. And some of them I wanted to get some of the I wanted to get the some sayings to toss into them. But boy, it's amazing what you can do with the what they call it, the emo stickers, Zane. You can put the emo sticker with the the saying that God is good and all of that stuff.
Right.
It just
I
is.
want
It's
tacos.
yeah. God is good, and now I want tacos
Right.
because that's what it really looks like.
Make your own memes out of them. Oh, here's a trick. When you're typing in Amazon, for example, you want Disney stickers. So I type in Amazon Disney stickers under $10 or whatever. And then I get things show up that never show up when I just type in decals.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like they're looking for keywords. Then I also type in novelty sticker decals, goofy, weird sticker decals. When you want the spooky stuff, you have to, some of them are listed as gothic, some of them are Halloween, some of them are dark. So you have to use those words.
Yeah.
There are Amazon dark sticker decals. And then I do that with tarot cards too, because when I type in, fortune teller, gypsy, novelty playing cards, I get decks that don't show up.
Oh, nice.
I never knew existed in Amazon's library.
Yeah.
Because you're using whimsical words, right? So
Yeah.
same with stickers.
And this is a book that I recently got, Antiquarian sticker book.
Yeah, I've bought 3 of those and I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, you bought 3 of the same?
Yeah, because I have made so many books, but they have the bibliophilia version.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I gotta
These don't
stop.
stick as nicely as the vinyl ones.
No. So I put the the glue stick.
Oh, uh-huh.
I put the glue stick on the paper, then on the back of the sticker, and then put that on. And then I put the glue stick on top of the sticker. Like made my own Mod Podge and let it dry for 5 minutes, and it was done.
Robin says you might enjoy the Dover Books website. They sell lots of little sticker books, cheap.
Thank you, Robin. I actually just took a note and wrote that down.
Yeah, I've moved on to 2D books. I'm gonna do the 2D. I don't really feel like doing the 3D anymore.
Yeah.
I've done so many.
And so I also did a Bibliomancy oracle like Jamie did. And so, and again,
nice.
Here's your screenshot.
Love it.
There's
look at it.
See, look at it.
Click.
So
I'm telling you.
And what's nice about it is it doesn't have to go that way. It they can be vertically and all that stuff, but then I'm still layering some stuff.
Love it.
So, but then I also here's my interesting share that I did is I also created a 4-sided oracle to which basically I laid out the blank cards on a table, and then I stickered them. I put stickers between them. Let's see if I can. I should have grabbed one. Okay, so it's sort of like the Russian gypsy fortune telling cards. So it's like when you lay them out, one of the images. So there's actually 4 possibilities for divination.
Love it.
One on each side, and so it's like the gypsy fortune telling. So,
nice.
And that was fun because I could use some of the bigger stickers that wouldn't necessarily fit on this side. So, and this has been fun to play with as well. You do need a big surface because it has to lay out, but you know, I mean, and I think they're cool. And I did actually I did Mod Podge these. And Jamie's good advice about the Mod Podge was put a thin layer on it, and then it takes about a month to cure. So you have to, it'll in about 24 hours it'll dry, but it'll take another month to cure. So you need to move them around and not stick them like this, because then they would stack like the gilded edge tarots and stuff like that. So,
and that's why I like clear packing tape too as an alternative. I just put so you have the card, and then I would put a strip side by side front and a strip side by side back, push it together, and then just cut out the shape, and it was like homemade laminating.
Yep, I've used some Gorilla Tape to do the same thing.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, you got the fancy stuff. I use the dollar store $1.25 version, but whatever.
I just had it in my trunk, so I figured why not use it.
Yeah,
I want to try the Gorilla products.
I'll definitely say trim it though around the edges. Don't use the actual edges of the tape because they do get sticky if you don't trim them.
Yeah. Oh, I always trim. I have to cut around it because it's going to be. You're not going to worry about the shape because you're just going to.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so much fun. We have been going for an hour and 57 minutes. So thank you, everybody who has watched. Thank you, Jamie, who had to head out. Zane, who I all know you have liked and subscribed to Zane's channel. So you just saw a flip through of his new tarot deck.
Beautiful.
And then, Tanji, Roman Biscotti.
Thank you.
Tanji, if they would like to purchase one of your books, how do they do that? There's a whole bunch of links links below in the description. But if they want to contact you about ordering something from you, like their own Bibliomantica, how would they do this?
Well, thank you, Gerald, for that plug. They would contact me through my PayPal link because I no longer use the Ko-fi. Currently, I change things up all the time. I do. So currently, as of today, October 19th, 2021, I'm using PayPal link only. You can message me on one of my videos that allows comments. And I do delete the live third eye readings I do. So if you want to, put a comment on there to get my attention, we can chat. Or you can leave me a message on PayPal. If you've already donated in the past, I think you're able to communicate through there. If you want a book for sure, you can put $1 or $2 deposit on and say, I want this specific Medusa's Hoard hard copy or Medusa's Hoard soft copy or the Bibliomantica hard copy or the Bibliomantica soft copy that's coming soon. That will be 85 Canadian, includes shipping to anywhere in North America and the UK. 85 Canadian. It will be just like this, but an 8x10 soft, bendable like a book, soft version.
Nice.
50 pages instead of the 47. Tweaked a little bit, and that includes the shipping and everything. So I wanted to make it affordable in a different version. These just happen to be expensive because it's at cost. The lay flat, they are expensive. But 85 Canadian, I think, is around 70 American or less, something like that. 72.
I'd say approximately that, yeah.
Yeah, and it already includes shipping, which is going to be, at least $30. So that's why I did the soft covers so people could afford them. And
Yeah.
just contact me through my PayPal. Thank you, everybody. Thank
Yeah.
you, Cheryl and Jane.
Elaine, are you still here? Tarot, Tats, and Tea, are you still here, Elaine? Elaine?
Yes, she's there.
Does she say yes?
She says, this has been great.
I
Oh,
know she said, thank you, Jackie, because people wanted to know if we were doing ratings with these, and we aren't.
there.
But Elaine threw out a page number, and so Elaine, I'll tell you what we got here for you. And we got page. You said page 125, and I love it because it is the writer and girl power.
wow.
So I just think it's like the typewriter is the thing that caught my attention for you. The writer. I know Elaine's doing some writing and stuff. So.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, everyone. We are going to depart. So we appreciate it. Oh, look at Jackie. She's doing so many nice things out there.
Thank you, Jackie.
For
thank
us.
you, mods. And everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So you two hang out for a second. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye,